Hey, it's Jonathan Lowe, founder of the J-Lo Method, helping coaches and consultants quickly increase revenue without wasting more time and money on marketing that doesn't work. And in this quick video, we're doing a rapid review of neurospark.co.nz. Disclaimer, this is unsolicited advice. It is unscripted and is out of context. I don't know anything about this business, the goals, the plans, the marketing, or anything. So it all has to be taken with a grain of salt, okay? That said, we're going to do a very quick, in 3 to 5 minutes, analysis of the core copy and conversion and messaging elements that we need. The golden glove, it's the problem, the promise, the proof, the offer, and the urgency. We need all of these things, ideally, in order to grab someone's attention, build desire and demand for what we have to offer, and then compel them to take action. So this isn't about poking holes in anything. Of course, it is looking at ways to, opportunities to grow and just help more people with our products and services. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer and away we go. So first off, I am admittedly graphically challenged, but I do like the way the site looks. It's clean. It all works really well for this market. The one thing, though, is have a look here, and here's Bianca. This is something that I would have up here. Okay, it's just to add to the personal branding of the site, and rather than any other images or stock images, if Bianca was front and center, I think that would just start really propelling the messaging and branding of the site forward. So, of course, we're looking for problem, promise, proof, offer, and urgency. We have to assume that people land on pages and on our ads and marketing material by accident. Need to have all these elements up front and center just to kind of pull them in the first place. We don't want to make them work for it. So in terms of problem, promise, proof, offer, and urgency, we've got kind of some embedded promise and offer and elements here in this statement. Neurospark, rethink, rewire, re-energize. The question would always be, well, how do we actually make a very clear problem statement, prominent problem statement, or a prominent promise? Because everything we do has to provide context. The world's got a lot of information. There's a lot of sales and marketing material. What we have a distinct lack of is context around our problems, our challenges, and what solutions and unique mechanisms are out there. So I'd say Bianca's got a really great unique mechanism for helping people. It's just about how do we build the context around this messaging so that it just draws someone in immediately. Okay. So far, not hitting the elements. We've got a little bit of a problem and promise statements here. But again, that's kind of small print, right? So compared with the space we've dedicated to other things, I think there's some messaging in here. And really, that's what the site comes down to is there's a lot of elements here which are really cool. It's a matter of pulling it all together into a couple of key pages and getting the messaging all, tightened up. Here's some proof. So that's cool. Testimonials, case studies, processes, right? Diagrams, charts, all that stuff is great proof. And I think this site has plenty of it throughout the links. It's okay. How do we make that? What's the best way to present that information? Okay. So really this page, I would say we're hitting at around about 20-30% in terms of the conversion elements. So let's just quickly go. We don't have a lot of time. Clock is ticking down. So look here again, another great picture. Again, this is the sort of thing I would want to see on that homepage. Here's Bianca's story. Now in here is some really cool stuff. It's just perfect material for the messaging. We've got talking here about the services and the process. And again, those are elements of proof. Here's a proof statement and what next. Now, look, I kind of got this feeling that for whatever reason, it's like a shy site. Okay, so the homepage, Bianca's halfway down. This is really the primary call to action. What we want people to do is to chat. We want them to get on the phone, to contact, but it's kind of buried all the way down here at the bottom of the page. So how do we make that far more prominent. How do we get people to engage? We want them to do a couple of things. One is go through the material that is here, right? So there's other ways to present this. We've got a lot of meat to cover, in a way, and that's great because you can have checklists, you can have infographics, you can have cheat sheet, right? You can have, a way to help people self-identify as having these problems. But really, you want to think about that primary action, that secondary action. Primary, do you want them to call you? Do you want their email address? And how do we just present all this information in a clear and compelling way? That's always the trick. Let's jump to testimonials real quick as the clock winds down. And look, here's some great testimonials. Again, this is like a lot of the stuff I would like to see on that front page, right? That home page needs to have, in my mind, Bianca up top, a clear statement around the promise, a unique promise, more prominent discussion of the problems. We want to have what's the action we want people to take to book a call, to opt in, have that more prominent. And then, really it's got a lot to do with the stories. So Bianca's story and a lot more testimonials on this page. And I think it would be an absolute cracker. Look, if you want me to review anything of your stuff, your website, your marketing, help you with a particular revenue growth or marketing challenge, then just let me know. Otherwise, that's it. Catch you later.